I'm Barbara with Beach Fitness.
Hi, I'm Allie with Soul Healing Essentials.
Hi, I'm Piata.
And we're Soul Lab. Today we're going to be talking about stress and the effects it can have on the mind, body, and soul, and ways that we can prevent stress and, enhance our daily lifestyle so that we can deal with stress better. Piata, why don't you start with the science behind stress and what it does to our brains?
Okay. So, our brains are just so complex, right? There's just so many things. So, in our day-to-day, when we are doing multiple tasks at the same time, when we are stressed out, when we're having anxiety, we build a lot of the fight or flight hormone called cortisol, which is awesome if we're getting mugged, if we're getting chased by a bear, if we are in a position where we really need to get the hell out of there really fast.
Because it works for us then.
It works for us. So what happens is, cortisol gets pumped, all the blood goes to our legs and our arms, wherever we need to fight so that we can just move fast.
Yeah.
However, compounded over time, it is bad. It is really bad.
You mean it's not good to be high-strung 24/7?
No, it's not good to be high-strung 24/7. It's not good to have stress in our lives all the time.
Yeah.
So what happens is, when it's compounded over time, it leads to memory loss, which I have that right now.
A little stressed right now,
yeah. And then
camera a little stressed.
it can actually makes our brain shrink, which is not good. The neural connections do not fire as they should. They actually start getting they slow down, and that's not good. We actually need our motor functions. We need our brain to stay moving because, look at the world we live in.
It's like it dehydrates our brain.
Exactly. So
wow.
The image I always get is, remember in Beetlejuice when his head shrinks? So we don't want to go through that, right? So anyways, so once this starts to happen and we start, getting memory loss, eventually it actually can lead it'll eventually lead to Alzheimer's, which is not good at all. So the important part is to recognize when we are feeling stressed out so that we recognize what we need to do to pull ourselves out of it. So with the cortisol in our brain and doing all this crazy stuff, making our neurosynapses really, really short and not firing as they should, there are other things that we can do to help prevent that. The best thing is, one is exercise, and two is meditation.
I would say for sure every time, that's one of the reasons why I need to exercise every single day. I practice it, I preach it because I'm a personal trainer, but I found over the years, I have to work out every single day, and mostly for my brain. My brain
keeps the crazy at bay. We've said this so much.
Yeah. And I'll know too that I find that I do get that memory loss. Right? You're in the middle of a conversation, you can't remember what you were saying, or you can't find your keys, or you can't find where you put your credit card, or you can't remember how you got somewhere, or what you were doing, And so I think fitness on a regular basis helps that a ton, and then nutrition obviously also helps.
The sugar levels and all. And just picking up on that, with the meditation, we actually were talking about this last week that you do start to forget over time, and if you're stressed at work, stressed on the road, stress, and you've never kind of developed the practice of just slowing down even during those stressful moments, you just forget things, which makes you a lot less efficient anyway.
Absolutely.
And just sitting down to meditate slows down your heart rate, slows down your blood pressure, slows down your heartbeat, which I said heart rate, but it just slows down your entire nervous system. It just slows you down so that you're able to focus better. You're able to have those great ideas and those aha moments come because you've made time for them and you've made space for them. And just over time, it does teach your brain to go, okay, I'm stressed, but that doesn't mean that I have to hurry up and get everything done. Because we all know when we're really, really stressed, you forget things, and then you're trying to figure out 50 million ways to get that one piece of paper that you forgot on your desk to wherever it needs to go. Whereas if you had just slowed down a fraction of a second, you would have grabbed it. And now, meanwhile, you're at work, you've forgotten it, and now you're trying to get couriers and, all this stuff happening, and it just doesn't work. And the other thing I wanted to mention, which is probably related, is just a really short story, which was this week. We all had our crazy moments, we all had our meltdowns, we all had our oh my god. And I was having my tears to Barb, and Barb, you mentioned something really beautiful to me, which I mention only because it does develop over time, is you were trying to be with me in those negative moments, and then you're like, Allie, you keep knocking out all my negatives and turning them into a positive, which I've never realized. And not to toot my own horn, it is more aimed at the fact that if you have a regular meditation practice, you have a regular spiritual practice, your brain doesn't even go there anymore. And the minute someone even tries to support you by like validating your negatives, your brain goes, well, no, it was okay, it's not that bad. And that right there, I think, is the most important.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because when you do slow down, you are able to breathe a little bit easier. You get more oxygen-rich elements into your blood. And the thing is, with stress, it is brought down by genetics. Unfortunately, I mean, like your great grandma times 12 might have had a really crazy experience where she produced a lot of cortisol, a lot of adrenaline. It got brought down into your genetics. But the cool part is that it can be reversed. So yes, part of it can be genetics, but it can be reversed. And, by doing exercise, by doing meditation, by slowing down what is going on into your day-to-day, 100%. It doesn't change your genetic code, but it definitely can reverse those adverse effects.
Using the tools that you have at your disposal to be able to reverse the effects of those stressful moments, for sure.
And aging.
Just a few moments ago, I got a friend that said, let's just go for wine instead. And I already know that sounds fantastic. A glass of wine sounds great. And will that reduce my stress? Probably. But tomorrow, probably not. So I know that meditation tonight is going to help so much more over the long haul, because I've already tried to dull some of those moments with a glass of wine or two over the past week, and that wasn't working. So I have to try something different now. I have to try a new tool to make sure that I keep the effects of stress at bay.
Yeah, definitely. I think that about wraps it up for tonight.
So do your fitness, do your meditation, talk to your friends, get any of the tools that you can get, because stress is real and it happens to every single person.
Of course.
We think on a regular basis that we're not stressed out, and we are so stressed out. So.
And if you want tools on how to meditate, you can always join our meditation circle Thursday nights. Sweet G Beach Fitness, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we welcome you with open arms. It's a really good energy, and we hope to see you.
Yeah, thank you for coming. And one more thing,
Tell us.
To tap on to nutrition. Make sure you're eating live foods, because that'll really help your body. It'll help your brain, the turnover rate with the cells, because eventually stress is going to slow down that turnover rate, and that is not good.
Not good.
Lots of plants.
A lot of plant
Let
food.
these plants grow, and then find the ones that you can eat.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
See you
Bye.
next week.